Well, the biggest story this November on Gurupurab, Guru Nanak Jayanti, the Prime Minister announced the repeal of the 3 controversial farm laws. The Prime Minister, in an address to the nation at 9 a.m. this morning, said all 3 farm laws will be rolled back and that the repeal will happen in this session of Parliament. He said also that I apologize to the people of this country that I couldn't explain how these laws would benefit small and marginal farmers. The opposition says it's only the elections which are coming up in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh which are behind the repeal of these farm laws.
मैं आज देशवासियों से क्षमा मांगते हुए सच्चे मन से और पवित्र हृदय से कहना चाहता हूं कि शायद हमारी तपस्या में ही कोई कमी रही होगी जिसके कारण दिए के प्रकाश जैसा सत्य कुछ किसान भाइयों को हम समझा नहीं पाए। हमने 3 कृषि कानूनों को वापस लेने का, रिपील करने का निर्णय लिया है।
The reversal came suddenly during a surprise 9 a.m. address to the nation, ending a turbulent 17 months of protests that sprawled from the borders of Delhi into the Hindi heartland. In the brief 18-minute speech, the Prime Minister defended the farm laws, but said the government decided to roll back because they couldn't convince a section of farmers.
हमारी सरकार किसानों के कल्याण के लिए, खासकर छोटे किसानों के कल्याण के लिए, देश के कृषि जगत के हित में, देश के हित में नेक नियत से ये कानून लेकर आई थी। लेकिन हम अपने प्रयासों के बावजूद कुछ किसानों को समझा नहीं पाए।
The timing, however, could not be more apparent. Before crucial elections in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, both states in which the protests are believed to have hurt the BJP's prospects. In fact, the announcement was made on Guru Nanak Jayanti, a day which holds great significance for Punjab.
Home Minister Amit Shah tweeted as much, mentioning the timing of Gurupurab and describing the PM's steps as statesmanlike, as did a host of BJP leaders and ministers. In scenes similar to 2015 when the Modi government facing farmer unrest rolled back land acquisition laws. The opposition was quick to pounce on the government, welcoming the move, but calling it opportunistic. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who is managing the Congress campaign in Uttar Pradesh, said the PM had been forced to climb down only because of polls.
चुनाव आ रहे हैं, उनको लग रहा होगा परिस्थितियां ठीक नहीं हैं। जिस सरकार के मंत्री के बेटे ने उनके पति को कुचला, वो क्या सोच रहे होंगे कि ये प्रधानमंत्री हमारे यहाँ नहीं आए, कुछ बोला नहीं।
Rahul Gandhi tweeted linking to an earlier tweet from January this year in which he predicted the rollback.
Mark my words, take it from me, these laws, the government will be forced to take them back.
Others said the reversal would yield no political benefits to the BJP, saying the announcement did not address the demonization of the farmers by the government and BJP leaders, calling them anti-national, even threatening them with violence.
ऐसे को तैसा ठालो ठंडे
सामना करो आके हम आपको सुधार देंगे 2 मिनट में।
आतंकवादी भी हो सकते हैं।
वो गांव में दारूबाज और निकम्मे लोग हैं।
But many say that the reversal could give BJP a political lease of life in Punjab, the epicenter of protest, where it had rapidly lost the political capital and its key ally, the Akali Dal.
The BJP's prospects of an alliance with the breakaway outfit of ex-Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh now seem even more likely.
वो तो पहले आज से मैं तो 3 महीने से कह रहा हूँ कि हम जब मैंने कहा था पहला है किसानों का मसला, उसके बाद हम आपके साथ सीट एडजस्टमेंट करेंगे।
The announcement by the Prime Minister is also expected to douse the farmer anger in Uttar Pradesh, especially in Western UP's Jat belt, another hub of the farmers' agitation.
The farmer unions, however, while welcoming the move, struck a note of caution.
सरकार बातचीत करे, जो और मसले हैं उस पर बातचीत करे। तो ये बात कब सरकार करती है तो उसका इंतजार करेंगे सरकार का।
Regardless, there is little doubt that the massive U-turn of what was meant to be the government's marquee agrarian reform has upended political equations ahead of the election season. NDTV Bureau Report.
And really, what a stunning victory it's been for farmers there against an all-powerful centre. Their protests are really what has led to this huge decision. So what actually happened? What was the timeline which led to today? Well, it began on the 5th of June 2020 when the ordinance was introduced in Parliament. It had an immediate political impact. Started off when the Akalis, Harsimrat Badal, exited the government because of this, and the Akalis, which were the oldest alliance partner of the BJP, broke their alliance over this. And since then, protests began building up as more and more farmers, in fact, these are protests really driven not by politicians, but by farmers groups from Punjab and Haryana, and continued over the last 1 year till today. Sanket is currently at the protest site at the Singhu border of Delhi, Haryana. Let's go across to him for what's happening today as farmers have this massive victory.
The farmers, while there is celebration, do realize that this celebration has to be muted. The reason why they call this muted celebration, because they feel that this is a partial victory. Through the course of the day, from this stage, it was continuously being mentioned that unless MSP is not guaranteed, repealing of these laws will have really no impact. So unless that happens, it will not be a real win for the farmers. Now there is a very crucial meeting that is expected right here at the Singhu border tomorrow and then day after, in which the farmer unions are going to decide on what their next course of action is going to be. But if the statements being made by farmer leaders is something to go by, it's very clear that just this comment by the Prime Minister saying that the laws will be repealed is not going to be enough for the farmers to end their agitation. What its political impact is going to be is also going to be very, very significant. Whether this decision that the BJP has taken or the government has taken will help them reap any electoral dividends in Western UP and Punjab is something that will only be known over the next 3 to 4 months when this decision plays out on the ground.
Thanks, Sanket. But while the immediate impact will of course be watched politically, with politicians reacting from across the spectrum, the BJP planning to organize thank you events for the Prime Minister, the Congress holding Kisan Vijay Divas, Akhilesh Yadav warning that don't trust this government. The people who actually led to this decision is the ordinary farmer. Men, women, children. They've been out there for the last 1 year in the heat and in the cold, silently and with song, continuing non-violent protests till they made the government change their mind.
मेरा नाम है मोहिनी कौर। मैं आल दिल्ली के गुरुद्वारों से जुड़ी हुई हूँ। मैंने टीवी में देखा था, 28 को देखा था, तो मैंने 30 को यहाँ आ गई थी। मेरा इकलौता बेटा था, वो पढ़ने गया था, वहाँ कहीं कुछ बीमार था, एक्सपायर हो गया था, डेथ बॉडी आई थी। तो उसके बाद मैं अकेली पड़ गई थी। 84 के बाद मेरे हस्बैंड भी चले गए थे। हाँ जी, यहाँ आके जितने शेर बच्चों को आप जैसों को भी देखती हूँ, मन खुश हो जाता है। मैं यहाँ भूख हड़ताल में भी बैठी, बारिश आई, तूफान आया, बहुत मतलब परेशानियों का सामना तो किया है, बट उसमें भी हमें सुकून मिलता था। यहाँ 700-800 एक दिन तो मैं भूख हड़ताल में 5-6 जनवरी की बात है, मैं भूख हड़ताल से उठी हूँ तो शाम को 5 o'clock इवनिंग एक किसान ने ही सुसाइड कर लिया था इसी स्टेज में।
मेरा नाम एडवोकेट बलविंदर सिंह और बेसिकली मैं ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ डिस्ट्रिक्ट तो बिलोंग करदा। मेरे ਪਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਉਦੋਂ ਕੇ ਖੁਰਦ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਇੱਥੇ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਨ। ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਮੋਰਚਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲਗਭਗ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਮੋਰਚੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਨਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ, ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ, ਸੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਕਿ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ।
My name is Jaskirat Singh. I am in 11th class. जैसे कि सोशल मीडिया साइट्स पर मैं काफ़ी देखता था टीयर गैस वगैरह और जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स वो फेस कर रहे होते थे। मतलब घर पे बैठा नहीं जाता था, रुका नहीं जाता था। सच बोलो तो पापा भी रोज़ जाते थे मेरे, मतलब तो मेरा भी मन किया कि मैं भी उन्हीं के साथ जाऊं। सो मैंने उनसे बात करी और उन्होंने कहा कि कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। फिर तब से मैं डेली आना स्टार्ट करने लग गया। मैं यूनाइटेड से एक NGO है वर्ल्ड वाइड NGO है, उनके मैं वॉलंटियर बन गया। काफ़ी लोग को प्रॉब्लम हुई थी, तो हम डे के ऑलमोस्ट 2500 पेशेंट्स ट्रीट करते थे इन अ सिंगल डे। तो यही सब मैंने देखा यहाँ पर कि बहुत नीड है, वॉलंटियर की भी बहुत नीड है, बाकी मेडिकेशंस वगैरह भी बहुत नीड थी, तो इसलिए मैं भी आना फिर यहाँ पर शुरू हो गया था।
So those are the people who were there protesting, from widows to young students to advocates. Yet in the last 1 year, we've seen them being called, and even today online, we've seen them being called everything from Khalistanis to terrorists to drunkards to just loafers. Let's just listen to what they said when.
उत्तर पश्चिम हरियाणा के हर जिले में अपने किसानों के 500-700 हज़ार लोग आप लोग अपने खड़े करो, उनको वॉलंटियर बनाओ और फिर जगह जगह सठे साठम समाचारे ऐसे को तैसा ठालो ठंडे। जब ठावांगे डंडे तो जमानत की परवाह मत करो। महीना 6 महीने 2 महीने रहे होगे ना, तो इतनी पढ़ाई इस मीटिंगों में नहीं होगी। अगर 2-4 महीने वहां रहे होगे तो बड़े लीडर अपने आप बन जाओगे।
सामना करो आके, हम आपको सुधार देंगे, 2 मिनट लगेगा। मैं केवल मंत्री नहीं हूँ, ये सांसद विधायक नहीं हूँ। जो विधायक व सांसद बनने से पहले मेरे विषय में जानते होंगे, तो उनको यह भी मालूम होगा कि मैं किसी चुनौती से भागता नहीं हूँ, और जिस दिन मैंने उस चुनौती को स्वीकार करके काम कर लिया, उस दिन पलिया नहीं लखीमपुर तक छोड़ना पड़ जाएगा, ये याद है।
ये तो आंदोलन क्या, एक पिकनिक मना रहे हैं, वहाँ चिकन बिरयानी खा रहे हैं, काजू बादाम खा रहे हैं, सब प्रकार के ऐश आराम कर रहे हैं, और वेश बदल बदल करके वहाँ इस प्रकार से आ रहे हैं, जिसमें कोई आतंकवादी भी हो सकते हैं, जिसमें कोई चोर लुटेरे भी हो सकते हैं, जो किसानों के दुश्मन भी हो सकते हैं। ये सब लोग देश को बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं।
कोई विरोध नहीं है, वो तो निकम्मे लोग हैं। वो गांव में दारूबाज और निकम्मे लोग हैं, निठल्ले लोग, ना वो घर के बस के, ना वो गांव के बस के। वो बैड एलिमेंट है, उनका यही काम है, उनके ऊपर कोई टिप्पणी नहीं।
So that's what the BJP said about farmers for the last 1 year. But the Prime Minister there today apologizing. Let's see how farmers respond, as Farmers Union still saying they won't leave till they get a minimum support price guarantee. But clearly there will be some compromise in the days to come. And here's how the opposition reacted. Though remember, this was mainly a farmer-led movement. It wasn't so much at the opposition, but the political impact was being felt.
ये किसानों की जीत है, लोकतंत्र की जीत है। जनता इन्हें माफ नहीं करेगी। इन्हें साफ करने का काम जनता करेगी आने वाले समय में। सच्ची मौत के आगे किसी की झूठ की माफी नहीं चलेगी। जो लोगों ने माफी मांगी है, वो लोग हमेशा के लिए राजनीति छोड़ने का भी वचन दें।
ਅੱਜ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਪੁਰਬ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਦਿਹਾੜੇ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਾਸੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਾਸੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਦਿਹਾੜੇ ਤੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਦੀ ਬੁਲੰਦੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਰਹੇ, ਦੇਸ਼ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਦੀ ਬੁਲੰਦੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਰਹੇ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਮਨ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਤੇ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਕ ਸਾਂਝ ਰਹੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਹ ਦੋ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਸ਼ ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਅੱਜ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਦਿਹਾੜੇ ਤੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੋਈ, ਮਿਹਰ ਹੋਈ, ਕਿਸਾਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੰਘਰਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸਫਲਤਾ ਮਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਲੇ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਵਾਪਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹਣਾ ਕਿ ਆ ਕਿਸਾਨੀ ਦੀ ਸੰਘਰਸ਼ ਦੀ ਜਿੱਤ ਹੈ, हर घर दी जित है। हर
किसानों के प्रबल साहस के सामने वाटर कैनन का पानी सूख गया, सरकार की लाठियां टूट गई।
ये आंदोलन जीवियों की जीत है, जिन्हें तरह तरह के नाम देकर प्रताड़ित किया गया।
यदि ये फैसला केंद्र सरकार काफी पहले ही ले लेती तो देश अनेकों प्रकार के झगड़े व झंझट आदि से बच जाता।
Well, let's look at some other headlines now. The ex-Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and opposition leader in the Assembly, Telugu Desam leader Chandrababu Naidu, today broke down, weeping copiously at a press conference. He broke down after a heated debate in the Assembly where he said that derogatory remarks were made against his wife, saying that he just could not take any more. He said that his wife had nothing to do with politics. However, Jagan's party has said this is just drama and that he had made allegations against Jagan's family, but it is actually quite unusual and odd to see such a senior politician breaking down like this. The other big story really is the heavy rain across states in South India, including Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh in the temple town of Tirupati.
Fury of nature burst forth from the Tirumala hills onto the temple town of Tirupati after a downpour on Thursday that brought unprecedented floods. These visuals from Kapileshwara Swami temple show how the entire area came under a torrent of water. Sometimes there are no words to describe the fear and grief brought forth by a sudden disaster like this one. With Swarnamukhi river in spate, reservoirs and lakes full, the town turned into a water body with roads flooded and the force of waters carrying away vehicles. People had to be rescued from flooded areas. Everyone pitched in to help. Several roads got cut off like this one from Chandragiri to Srinivasa Mangapuram. At Tiruchanur, this house could not withstand the force of flood waters. Renigunta Airport had to suspend operations. The NDRF came in to rescue 120 people trapped in this church at Renigunta. After landslides, the Ghat road was closed, and so were the two walkways that pilgrims take to go on foot for a darshan of Lord Balaji atop the hill. Pilgrims who had booked for their Venkateshwara Swami darshan, however, hoped the roads would open. In Kadapa's Rajampet, passengers climbed atop a RTC bus that got stuck in flood waters, hoping for rescue. Not all were able to do that though. Homes and roads came under several feet of water in the temple town of Srikalahasti too, that is famous as the Kashi of the South.
Take feedback from irrigation department as to how do we regulate flows from the dams. That's very important. So just be mindful of that aspect, and whatever decisions you take a very educated approach.
With inputs from Chittoor and Kadapa, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Really horrifying visuals there from Tirupati. Meanwhile, in Tamil Nadu, also heavy rain in the Vellore district. Here, at least 9 people have died in a collapse in a building as heavy rain brought down their house on the banks of a river. The Chief Minister's announced compensation of 5 lakhs each, but this is coming after over a week of heavy rain in different parts of Tamil Nadu. Let's just look at the neighbouring Puducherry also, which has already received 14 centimetres rain in the last 24 hours. So though the rain was less today, there's still waterlogging in many parts of Puducherry. In Karnataka as well, there was a rain holiday across Karnataka today and in Bengaluru urban. In Bengaluru itself, there was the rain there, the district commissioner has said, is actually 637% over normal in the last 7 days. We'll keep tracking the rain situation. But in other news, well, again, a COVID wave in Europe and America, which is seeing a very high rate of cases, many times worse than India, even though their rates of fully vaccinated people is at least double that of India, if not more. So the worrying factor of the COVID surge in both Europe and the United States, despite high vaccination rates, just look at the new numbers coming out per million of population, with Austria, UK, Germany, all showing record figures in Austria and Germany, in the United States as well, and France, and India is just 7.73 compared to their high rates. So there's a worry there that despite high vaccinations, that they're still seeing such high COVID infections. Look at their share of population fully vaccinated. In France, nearly 69%, in the US, 66%, Germany, Austria, US, all over 60%, the US about 58%, and India, we're at 27.86%, yet our cases much, much lower right now than both Europe and the United States. So the United States has taken a decision to give boosters for all US adults. The final clearance is still ahead from the US CDC, though the FDA has cleared Moderna and Pfizer booster shots for all American adults today.